side. I'm not doing that. Don't panic. I'm not going to do that today, okay? We're going to go over the program itself, and then you can be excused if you like. And then I'll go through some safety, you can stay with safety, and then physics, I think we probably have that. If you have time, by all means, stay. Okay. My name is Becky Records. I'm a registered nurse from Cincinnati, Ohio, and besides being a registered nurse, I also scrubbed, and I was also our medical laser safety officer. That job really included overseeing the program of the laser. Every hospital that has a laser has to have a laser program, and that is to make sure that we have a very safe outcome. And there's many ways to explore the pathway to be safe, but the laser program goes over the guidelines. So some of this might be boring to you, okay?
Yay.
So what's our objective to build a laser program? Focus on positive patient client outcome and to ensure safety for everyone. That's our main goal as laser operators, which all of you will be at the end of the day, okay? We have national standards and regulation and advisory guidelines. Some of these you're familiar with. There's our ARN. ANSI is an American National Standards Institute. That is our governing body that we have all of our rules from. They are standards. ARN are recommendations. So you'll see a lot of times ARN will go back and refer to ANSI. So not every hospital across the country follow all the ORN recommendations. Okay, but they like to think that we all do, but they don't. No, of course we have OSHA and FDA. All right, go a little bit over this briefly about each of the organizations, but those who is running this laser program. The FDA, it just really grants manufacturer clearance. Okay, it makes sure that if I claim that that's going to go to the moon, it goes to the moon. Okay, but it does not dictate medical practices. Okay, once the doctor can do whatever he wants with that laser, because ultimately he's responsible for the patient. Okay, but federal FDA does not regulate their medical practice. Okay, we have regulatory domestics, which is the Center for Device Radiological Health, regulates lasers, products, engineering, control. So they're the ones that will regulate the foot pedal and the interlock and different things that's on the laser itself. OSHA, of course, is to oversee the safety in the workplace environment. State and local requirements, trust me in this, there are some states that have certain regulations. You may have to, whoever's the laser safety officer or NAN, make sure that, and make sure everybody has a printout, handout. There's a handout for you to keep. Okay? Some states have very strict regulations, license and training and education, where they require that we have a list of whoever's operating a laser, as well as who is the laser safety officer for your facility. And the LSO is responsible for obtaining and maintaining individual state requirements. Florida, if you're registered as their own lasers department of radiation, lists its own their specific facility. So you just got to know if your state has them. I'm not too sure New York has one. Illinois does. They make sure that there's a list of everyone who's operating a laser, and then they want to make sure they're competent. Okay. And here's Illinois. They want you to identify the LSO. And list all the people operating it, list the users, and annual laser safety review. That's part of a state regulatory that you have to make sure you don't have. I don't think you have one in New York, okay? Then you have non-regulatory advisory. We know what this is, Joint Commission and ARN. Both of those organizations will refer back to ANSI. If you ever taken your ARN course, they talk a lot about lasers, more than in the past. And then American Society for Laser Medicine and Surgery. These governmental organizations have practice guidelines and position statements associated with the discipline and use of lasers. So they have statements. All right. Let's talk a little about the one that we are all in down here in the OR is ARN. Little history about the word laser and safety for ARN, first mentioned in 1965. That's not really that long ago if you think about it. Actually, the first laser was introduced in the 1960s. It was a ruby laser, and they used it for patients who had diabetic retinopathy to fix those bleeders. In 1985, ARN included laser safety in the recommended practice. So 1985, 95, not that many years ago. In 1989, laser safety recommendations was revised to include smoke plume. That's my big pet peeve. We'll hear about it later, okay? And in 1998, the role of the LSO, laser safety officer. You can also be a deputy LSO if you choose to put one in your practice. Whoever wants to be the deputy will take over when you're not there, okay? In 2004, not too long ago, it incorporated the ANSI standards. And then in 2010, defined the laser safety officer and the laser safety specialist and designated a person to operate the laser. Not too long ago, okay? In the new ARN recommendation from 2012, its recommendation is that there is a designated laser assistant to be assigned to every procedure in which the laser is used. And this person shall have no competing responsibility that requires them from leaving the laser unattended during active use. I would tell you ANSI's getting ready to come back out this year, and I'm sure that that's going to be more heavily looked at about making sure you have an independent person who operates the laser. They do give you an out, and I'll talk about that in a second, but note that the continual circulation responsibility may prelude of the ability to assume responsible for laser operator. So, you know, you, as I know, we got 100 things to do in the OR when we're trying to take care of the patients, and the last thing we need to do is be pulled away from our patient care to do the laser, but it is a recommended practice now for ANSI and ARN. ARN is just taking it from ANSI. Note, ARN, these are recommended practice, not standards. ANSIs, anything I say about ANSIs are standards. You have to do it. That's not a choice. And again, I have 2 books here. You should have both of these books in your facility. I talked to Nan about it. The reason you see the 136.1 and then the 136.2, well, we started just using lasers. Lasers have been around for a long time, but we just really started using them in the medical field. So they, hold on. That's amazing. That's okay.
They say cancel?
Yeah, it doesn't pay me.
What's your question, sweetheart, since they're gone? Did you have a question?
No, not at all, not at all. You're absolutely correct. You'll see next year, the following year, you're gonna see the standard change.
You guys are what? You're biomed?
He's biomed, I'm engineer.
Engineer, okay, fine.
But I just came from 7 years of safety officer at another facility, so.
Are you aware of?
I'm used to the ANSI standards.
I know I'm gonna say something stupid, okay? You know where the blast shields are. The blast shield, the grease shields on this laser. Bio guy needs to know that.
Yeah, I haven't seen the laser yet, so I keep shit there.
Yeah.
Well, it's right here, because we're waiting on the code.
Sure.
Let's go over here.
Haven't came to learn anything here.
This is what the bell means.
That's right, well, I need to tell my
So
guys.
you actually have 2, we actually have 2 in this, or 3 on the laser, actually, see these little things here?
Yep.
Laser shields. Okay?
Okay.
Never touch that with your hands or your gloves, okay, because that can blow the blast shield, all right? And what's the shield do? Protect something. What do you think it's protecting? There's 4 laser heads in here, or 4 resonator cavities. Each one of those cavities have a different amount of wattage. I don't know what the 120, it used to be each one of them was 125 or 25. These might be like 30 maybe, I don't know, to give you. And then you slide that back in there. There's 2 extra ones. I tell the staff,
Those are spares.
those are spare.
Okay.
I tell the staff if they blow up, if the blast shield blows, they have one to get contact with you, okay, so you can order another one. Your manual, somebody needs to take ownership of that manual so it does not get lost. That's the service manual, yes. Yes, I don't want it to get lost, but that's all. Here's where the glass shield goes. It slides right
Slides
into a
on the
little,
outside.
just a little lock. Very easy to pull in and out. Right, it is. So I always tell everybody, the most important thing, if you change this, you have to give them a new fiber. The issue was the fiber, they buried it in the tissue or stone. And if you think about 4 loaves of bread in here, we put lenses in the pathway, it's focusing it down to that very tiny spot size. And if you ever looked at one of those fibers really closely, it's very tiny. So if they bury it, the energy can't get out, it turns around and fires the laser and blows the glass shield. Now, how do I know it's blown? 3 things. 1, aiming beam. Is the aiming beam, we have it on all the way up and it's very dim. 2, might hear some popping sound behind the door. 3, the doctor might be going along using laser 20 watts, for example, and he starts complaining that the energy's not working. He has to turn this off, turn it back on, and,
Nothing comes up on the device and you blow it.
no, but you will know because the laser won't work,
Yeah, no, I
okay?
get that.
Remember,
Neurons.
so just remember that this laser is, no, it won't work. It's to protect the laser heads. That's
No,
why,
I mean, if the glass shield is blown, so that
that's the light. The aiming beam is just what it is, it's just for pointing. Has nothing to do with laser energy, this is invisible.
they're coming through different colors.
Yeah, they put coaxial on.
Okay, okay.
And so what happens is, yeah, you're just testing to make sure that the glass shield's not blowing. You're not realigning them like CO2, we have all mirrors. You're just making sure the aiming beam is bright.
That's what I'm interested in.
Yeah. The old laser's the same way. You still just plug in the fiber and just, when he passes off the fiber, he can just hold it against something and make sure it's bright. If it's really dim, he's gonna start complaining because really it won't work. And if I put it up to 100 watts and it doesn't work, the change glass shield. That's what I've been teaching. The most other important thing about this laser, and I've been telling the staff, this is a big giant computer on steroids. You can't keep shutting it down, you have to shut it down and then you can just turn the button off. The other thing is we start from the back to the front. The other one, you turn the key on and on, right? This one is different. You have to plug it in. There's a little circuit breaker down here. They call you and say, well, it ain't working. Down, look at that little red button down there. It's probably down. Okay, see where my key is? Okay, it's right here, and there's a little open thing right there. Just remember that when I turn this on, nothing's happening. And we're not used to that. We're used to turning something on and something happens. Nothing happens though. Okay? All this does, it turns the system on. Now I can, once I got it turned to on, just remember that's the most important part. Okay? Then I can come up here and I can hold this button right here till it turns blue. You see, I just took it for a second.
That's just your safety, that's your initiator starter here.
No, because if you come up here and turn this on before that key's turned on and somebody did check, you got 5-minute wait time.
Oh.
Now you got to shut the whole laser down. All that.
It will try though, and then
No,
shut down.
it won't let you take it out standby.
That shouldn't because of the safety. That's
Right, the key is not on.
Right.
Well, if you turn it on from up here, all it's doing is turning this monitor
I
on.
do have a question for you on that.
So that's not a good day for you because your case should only take 5 minutes.
It doesn't have its own built-in UPS. The reason I'm asking for is what are we doing for, and what's protecting the floor pump, say, emergency power generators on panels for the surface?
Well, that's probably something internal. I'm not too sure about that, but you
You
call.
don't want to bump.
I
don't wanna bump.
You can call Luminous about the specifics of that, and I definitely would.
Because on a facility, and I always have trouble with new equipment, because you ask the manufacturer, they do not want it up to non-unit at all, okay? But yet, they will tell you they don't want that pump for the generator. I said, well, I can't guarantee you if that generator starts.
I don't
And I don't
think-
want you losing your information or have a problem in between. So I said, say 90% of the time.
You know, sir, we
that
put
option.
some information in that book there. It might have what you're asking, but I don't know.
Okay, not a problem.
I'm not gonna tell you.
I guarantee it don't, and I bet you if you ask, they won't, but yet they'll say, don't do the generator. Well, I cannot guarantee the generator's not gonna run, so that may make sense.
This probably takes about 3 or 4 minutes, and I tell the staff, and you're gonna use the laser, I go ahead and turn it on, because the time the patient gets to sleep, you don't have 5 minutes to wait or here, okay? You can't just shut it down because after a while, it's just like any other computer, you're gonna mess it up. See on the bottom it says connect fiber. I usually put this in. And you also, the only person who should untap that fiber is the person plugging it in. You also don't want to get oil residue on that tip, okay? As I was telling him earlier, the reason the flash didn't load, I got 4 laser heads in here, and if you ever looked at this, we got all that resonating cavity producing all those photons, and they put a lens in the pathway that focuses all the way down. Here's my stone or your tissue. If I got this buried, this can be used contact, a non-contact, half a millimeter away. If you're a millimeter away, you're not gonna get the effect you want. But what if he's doing this? Just pretend like my stone is buried. Well, the energy can't get out, it turns around and fires at the laser. That will make that flash show back, okay?
Just once, or is it a continuing on?
No, once it blows, the laser
No, I
doesn't
mean,
work.
one time cover fire back blows it, or is it a course of time? that it-
No, if you can get a bad fiber, even the fiber was bad, not the flash.
Oh, okay.
That's the whole thing. When you change it, you have to give him a new fiber. If he doesn't give you a new fiber, and they plug it back in, it's gonna load it. That other one is just stuck in. We got 3 on here, okay? And I showed them where they were, and I showed the staff, there's 2 of them back in the store. But it is imperative that you give them a new fiber.
But is it just, if you just bury that tip once?
It's just whenever the
Will it-
energy can't get out. Sometimes even in manufacture, those fibers might be bad, okay? It's no fault of anybody's except for the energy, if for some reason could not get out of the tip. And I also make sure that when I plug this in, I'm looking at the whole laser head, wherever there's a break, because this is glass silicon component, keyboard glass, it will break. Wherever the break is, that's where the energy's coming out of, okay? That's why we always tell everybody to put the glass on, all right? Even not has so much glass. What's my non-hazardous over here? I'm quizzing you now. 24 inches. And that is why, don't you don't make me cheat. What's my secret? Okay, so you have a homing with an Nd:YAG on there. You have an Nd:YAG laser that's on your other homing. You know, the hot mom has over that is 30 feet. 24 inches to 30 feet, okay? So most facilities, wherever the laser is,
I'll explain that.
that's your nominal hazard zone, okay? CO2 is 19 feet, put a lens in it, that's the one. Green light, which makes its own beam, 12 to 50 feet. Now, I don't mean expect you to remember all that, it's just that every laser has its own sign, has its own glasses. And if you don't know what the wavelength is, how do you know to protect your patient or you? If I get a injury with this, it's going to my cornea. Bad enough cornea, why don't you get cornea transplant? Just think about this, it is invisible, remember,
Correct me, I'm
your CO2, your holmium, and your Nd:YAG laser, you put another laser in there, coaxially aligned with that path, so he can see where he's pulling, has nothing to do with the energy. He can turn that laser all the way off and it still works. Of course, this doesn't let you take it all the way down. The old one, you can turn it all the way off, okay? But it's just like checkout scan, it's just a corner, that's it, nothing to do with the energy. Okay, so, I know that I'm in neurology, but this laser, as I told you, is a Cadillac, you use GYN setting, pulmonology settings, all kinds of settings up there. You're only doing that here, so this is your screen, okay? You know that there's 9 spaces up here, but you are number 10, okay? You see where it says L on them? You see the little letter L? Those are hard programmed into the system, you cannot change those. But you can have your own, which you do have right here. So I'm gonna do lithotripsy. I'm gonna hit this button. It's very easy for the staff. They verify that I have the left setting and the right setting. Both sides of that pedal live. Okay? So if you're just gonna break up the stuff, you're not doing nothing else, I tell them to do this. I tell them to put both sides. That way, if you're in the middle of the case, you have a resident that you're working with and he didn't pay attention, and he hits the right pedal, he's not gonna hurt your patient. Okay? I just tell him to set both, everything, so it doesn't matter which pedal you set. Now, when I put it on ready mode, it's telling it's talking to me. It makes it slightly different, if I hit this over here, put my laser beam down, like this. take this. See what it's doing? You guys tell me what about this one? Slightly different tone, you kind of get used to that, okay? Again, I told you about the offer, you know, I think you understand that. If you want to, you just to turn the A and B down, you just go up and down, okay? Now, some people say they do that as a project, I don't really know why they did it, I'm not even gonna tell you why, I don't know. But if it's ever on, you just have to hit it again when it goes off.
Why was my using this?
Well, I guess they, for the same reason that they put the green Amy beam with the red, you can see it a little better.
Okay.
They kind of will deflect where you're at.
Sure.
I would think that's the reason, but I'm not sure.
Right.
Okay, the suction in the future, you can buy a suction kit and your stone will be automatically sent up into a special cup.
With perfect for your
Both.
Really?
Yeah, it's an attachment, it's a kit that you can buy. They're still working on, they're not out for purchase yet, but they will be. And you can talk, luminous. Yeah, but you can talk to Marty when it comes out, if you ever want to try that in the future.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's really off right now.
Right.
So let's go back and look at your screens a little different. And I will go over the staff on this, because this is why I'm going to say that. If I get lost, what you go home? Okay? You have your settings right here, okay? You put the settings, it says you might like those settings. So even if you go back home and there's a setting that you really like, they can change that or add another setting to do that. This little help button here walks you all the way through this laser, okay, whenever you get time, okay? There's presets. We have two of them. Hospital, system presets we can't change, those are the hard side. Hospital preset, there you are. I can take you off of main screen now, by highlighting it. I'm going to take you off that, I want to remove you from the favors, and go back, keep on, okay? So you can do a lot of things, and right now, I'm not going to teach the staff how to just, I'm going to leave them a step-by-step instruction. This is going to be overload for them.
Yeah.
I just want them to learn how to turn it on and get it ready for the day. The other stuff will come, when it's in the manuals and stuff, so I just want to teach you for that, okay?
Well, that's what I just want to hear actually. Yeah, I want to know, like, Joe should a little, for like.
So what are we primarily using this here for?
Kidney stones, I'm gonna try to use some prostates, bladder tumors or uterine tumors up top.
Okay.
But like you're saying, I mean. there's-
Sounds like I can do a lot of things.
This thing can do everything. It replaces the green light laser,
Wow.
okay? If you order a green light laser, all it's doing is soft tissue, they doing those stones. So this does, with the new technology of it, you have that capability in the future that you can grow your practice. You know, why send somebody somewhere else where you can do it, right? Right. Reports, those are, if they forget your setting and they kind of know what time they can go back and look and see what your kilojoules that you did. Settings, again, if it's too loud or not loud enough, you can go through the settings and change your date, time, and stuff, so. And again, then you have shutdown, okay? I shut it down, I say, yes, I'm gonna shut it down.
I just want to see it, so, yeah, if GI, ortho.
GI, it's usually, so most places buy this with your services.
Yeah, everything, yeah.
We can turn it back on if you
No,
want.
no, no.
But I could turn it on to show you what happens if they turn it off. Now you're gonna see a code error come up. It's nice to see it because they're gonna call you and say, the laser's not working. And I usually will wait to unplug it, and I tell them to turn off the little circuit breaker because there is residual on that cord before they unplug it. Just turn it off in the back. Usually time to get the patient, get this off. Really it's just turning the monitor off. You don't really hear anything. I usually wait to turn it off before that goes out. So for you, there's for you, when you know you're actually gonna use the laser,
Yeah.
just tell them to turn it off. before
Yeah,
you
start up, exactly.
So let's just turn it on from the front. Let's just, this does part of the heat up and then get on that flash sheet. We're going to show how to turn this laser on. Now, you use your time, your stopwatch, to see how long it takes to get you back up running. Okay? Really, it's a very easy, very safe laser. The depth of penetration, holmium, 0.5 millimeter. It's very surfacey, and CO2 0.1 millimeter. What you see is what you get. Compared to that Nd:YAG laser you all do have, 4.6 millimeters. If I have a lung tumor, I definitely don't want to use CO2 or holmium. Okay? It's still going to go through, and you think this laser's going to work, but watch what happens. It's not going to work. Okay, so I'm going here. And then go all the way up to this point, watch.
Please connect to final.
Well, we'll do that.
So basically, there's a switch in the back that has to be
The key.
before you put this on.
Okay.
But you can put it on and not realize it, and you jack up, and you have to shut it down and back.
Now let's see what it says. I don't have any. There you go.
So,
What's it say?
yeah.
Key switches on. Now you have to hard stop it. Hard stop it and hold it for 30 seconds. I just hard stop it. You can't do that very often, because the laser don't like that. Turn it on. Now, I don't know how many minutes we are up to. Come back. Now it has to go through this whole thing. So the most important thing is make sure the key is on. Even though you turn it on, you don't hear it. Okay? That's a good thing.
I can't believe how loud it is, yeah, that's for medical equipment, that's really surprising.
Okay?
We're gonna have to double check on YouTube, but, oh, it's just pretty loose, so it's check it.
Yeah,
It
that's why
should
it's
be-
heating up so much.
What's he know?
I can feel the airflow, I'm already
You want to
lit.
keep it just 20 inches away from the wall.
Yeah.
Because that does have its own cooling system in it.
Yeah. No, I'm not for the room. The amount of BTUs we're putting out, we're already cutting close on the room air exchanges as it is. So I'm adding the amount of heat to it. Now I've got to move a lot more air in the OR to keep you comfortable. So I'm in the middle of an engineering study right now to find out how to help the ORs out here because we're in here, so it's just a matter of
And then
figuring
it's
things
shut
out.
off, shut off, shut off. It happens. I think we always do. I don't know. I'm nervous. Patients are all around and I've never seen it. You understand this part, that they're all there, and you're okay with that, well, the flash shield, well, that's what's important. It is, but I'm gonna show you now. I think these guys are back. If we just, we don't have to wait for that now. It's ready. Okay, well, we're gonna get started so the doctor can, get out of here. For you, they have to order both of these. I don't know what your number is.
It's Paul.
Paul. Well, when Paul, yes, that's all. Just make sure you have both these books in the house, okay? They have to order them, they're about $150 a piece, okay? There is a new one coming out this year. I don't know exactly when. But you still have to have it if you're operating a laser machine, okay? Here's our ANSI scope of practice. This is our Bible. It provides guidelines to ensure safe use of laser system, therapeutic medicine, regardless of its practice settings. So if you're in a vet office or wherever, if they're using a laser, they still follow ANSI standards. We have three things that we talk about when we talk about laser: administrative control, which is when you do engineering control, and procedural control. I'll briefly go over that. So administrative control would be you. You're an LSO or deputy, must be employed by the facility. Are you employed by the facility?
Yeah.
Safety committees, you can, if you choose to, have one or twice a year, it's not mandatory. Credentialing, we do not credential your residents coming in, only you can credential physicians. We only credential nurses, okay? It's out of my scope of practice, okay? Policies and procedures,
It will be, probably you and Nan, already brought up in the USC environmental care notes, so that section, no different than radiation safety meetings, will get reported and reported within the USC, so.
policies and procedure, I will send Nan, sample policies for everything, that is regarding lasers, audits. The audits is for employees and it's for your safety programs to make sure that everything is running the way it's supposed to be. Usually done once a year, 6 months. Incident reporting, if there's an accident that you can come to, that we do call, then we come to you, want to see everything, okay? From maintenance, from biomed, they want the PMs. You know, from nursing standpoint, they want all the competency sheets that says that the staff has been competent in running the laser. Okay, who could be LSO? Anyone. Okay, anyone can be the LSO and anyone can learn to use a laser, but here's some of the definition of what a laser safety officer is. The person authorized or responsible for laser safety program. So you're responsible for the program. You do not have to be in every laser case. You're just overseeing the program. And authorized by the hospital, responsible for monitoring and overseeing laser program. The deputy, he can make a deputy of any of these. That's just a person who's going to do this program if you are out for a period of time. Okay, that's up to you. All right. Here's some, that's exactly what it says. Here's some of the criteria to be the LSO. You had to have fundamental laser operation, familiar with the types of laser equipment used at your facility, the biological effect, the laser radiation of the skin and eyes, the laser and laser system classification. As you can determine the nominal hazard zone for this laser. And if you choose not to have it in the policy, that they don't have to wear the glasses, that is something that you, that's what you can do or not do. But follow your policy, whatever you decide to do, okay? I always tell everybody, I told Nan, don't put anything in the policy you can't live with. If you're gonna say there's gonna be a third person and there's not a third person, and joint comes in and you're using a laser and they look at your policy and it says 3 people, well, guess what? You're getting a big fine.